Jess, good morning. Lovely to have me on board with Jess. It's not often we've got together. But what we're talking about today is we're going to wrap up 2025 and what might be in store for 2026. How quickly did this year go for you, Jess? For me, I'm of the belief that when you're spending your time doing what excites, enlightens and fulfills you, then time speeds up. You're not paying attention to time. You're only focusing on the moment and activity or task at hand. Yep, it definitely went quick for me. Marketing and promoting our clients' homes, attracting genuine buyers, negotiating deals, coordinating all the players involved in a property transaction, and then the elation of watching the seller and buyer move into and onto the next phase of their lives. I just love it. Plus, doing the other things that I do love as well. Hanging out with family, staying fit mentally and physically, exploring different destinations, immersing myself in my role as the president of the Central Coast Chamber of Commerce, and following my beloved Sharks. Ooh, NRL, sorry. I do tend to cram a bit in. And nothing is set to change dramatically for Karen and I in 2026. We're keen to help more people to get to their next destination with a fantastic sales result and a minimum of fuss. As I like to say to all of our clients when it's time to go to market, you don't have to worry anymore. That's now our job. So before we fire up the crystal ball and gaze into what 2026 might have in store, let's have a quick look to see how the property market performed here on the Northwest Coast in 2025. How did your neck of the woods perform? Listen in, I think you might get a big surprise. Two stats will paint the picture for each of the 6 major locales across the Northwest for January to December 2025. The median house price and percentage price growth. Listen in. Burnie. Median price is now $479,000 and the 12-month price growth was 5.9%. Penguin, median price $635,000 with a growth of 7.6%. West Ulverstone, median price $537,000 with a growth of 6.1%. Ulverstone, median price $542,000, a growth of 7.2%. Turners Beach, median price $702,000 with a growth of 1.3%. And this is almost a drum roll, Devonport, median price of $518,000 and growth a whopping 9.5%. Now, averaged out, the median price across Northwest is around $568,000 with an average growth of 6.26%. Devonport is the clear standout. Investor activity here in Devonport is borderline crazy. So, what about 2026? What can we look forward to? I hear that crystal ball cranking up. Interest rates will remain stable for much of the year, with a possible 1 or 2 drops in the second half of the year. Steady price growth for property, particularly well-presented existing homes, similar to what we've seen in 2025. However, there may be more homes that stock coming to market in the first quarter of 2026. So that price growth will depend on whether more buyers enter the market and soak up the increased stock. It's purely a supply and demand scenario. Inflation will continue to be the nation's major economic issue because the federal government are like someone with the Temu or Amazon app on speed dial. They talk about tightening their belts, but the only ones having to tighten their belts is us. Government spending is a huge problem, and their failure to cash in on our wealth of resources is a travesty. The US economy will go gangbusters with returning manufacturing, productivity, reduced government spending, tax cuts and cheap energy as the cornerstones. And here's a fun fact. 36 US states now have fuel prices below, that's US dollar, $3 per gallon and falling. Convert that to Australian dollars and that's around $1.15. That's $1.15 per litre. We're being robbed. Play on. Europe, namely the EU, is almost broke, and the only way out for them is to kick off military conflicts to deflect from their skullduggery. I implore everyone, Don't get sucked into their issues. But let's come back home to Tassie. We live in one of the world's most safe, clean and plentiful places. Let's keep it that way. The mainland exodus will continue, but don't fear. We speak fluent mainlander and know what it takes to do favourable deals for you with mainlanders. My crystal ball is chock-a-block with predictions, but we've only got a few minutes and we can only share what time permits. I get it. We'll have a fresh batch of great homes coming on in early 2026. So if you're looking for a simple, hassle-free and affordable way to sell your home for more in a reasonable time that's worked for hundreds of people just like you, and Jess, guess what? We can save a homeowner over $5,500 based on that Northwest Tassie median price of $568K. So get in touch via our website, ulverstonrealestate.com, or give us a call on 0400 180 515. Now to you, Jess, Lee, Chris, Sylvia, all the crew here at 7AD and 7BU, and our wonderful clients, past, present and future, and to all the fantastic people of our amazing Northwest Coast, have a fabulous Christmas and a prosperous 2026. We'll see you back in January for our first 2026 edition of A Peek Inside.